Hello everyone, welcome back to Archie's Corner. So today's video is about indoor plants, and I think seeing the setup you would have guessed it already. I remember somewhere around this time last year we decided to start growing indoor plants, and we went to the nursery, bought almost all the indoor plants without knowing anything about them. In the process of growing, I killed most of the plants by overwatering, and I still regret it. If you are new to gardening and is interested to start growing indoor plants, please don't do the same mistake which I did. Instead, start with these 5 low maintenance plants, and I'm sure that you will thank me later. So let's get started. The very first plant in my list is Zamioculcas zamiifolia, or simply the ZZ plant. This houseplant can take months and months of neglect and low light and still look amazing, and for the same reason this is one of my favorites. With its attractive look, ZZ plant is a social media darling. ZZ plants have wide and attractive dark green leaves and hence enhances the overall look of any space. Its waxy and smooth leaves reflect light and brighten rooms. These plants usually grow slowly to a height and width of 2 to 3 feet, so it is not a plant monster that outgrows containers quickly. Growing them requires very little effort, and in fact they will do better if you leave them alone. They need very less water, so water the plants only when the soil has dried out. So a typical schedule can be to water them twice in a month during summers and once a month during winters. An important point to note is to never overwater. Overwatering will kill the plant. It can survive months without water but will grow faster if watered somewhat regularly. They are also very resistant to diseases and insects. ZZ plants grow from large thick rhizomes that resembles potatoes. These rhizomes store water, and for the same reason it can survive months without water. Propagating ZZ is as simple as separating these rhizomes and replanting. Another method is to take a cutting from a healthy stem. ZZ plant is also an excellent air purifier, so please don't forget to keep this plant in your priority list. The second plant in my list is Sansevieria, or snake plant. Sansevierias are one of the best plants when it comes to air purification, and they require very less care. Even though Sansevierias prefer medium light, they'll also tolerate low light and high light, and hence they are so versatile. Once you have got a snake plant, you may never need to buy another one. They are very easy to propagate. When growing in the garden, they'll propagate on their own as they spread by underground stems called rhizomes. As a house plant, division followed by leaf cuttings are the easiest ways. You can grow them even in water. Here you can see I have propagated in water and it's thriving well. Regarding watering schedule, I water my snake plants only once a month during winter and once in 2 weeks during summers. So it's almost similar to ZZ plants watering schedule, and here also an important point to note is to never ever overwater. So the bottom line, neglect it and it will thrive well. The third plant in my list is money plants, or pothos. This is such a common house plant, and I don't think that I need to give a formal introduction about this plant. Every neighbor, relative or friend with even a slightly green thumb will attest to the fact that this is often the first plant they bring home. There are many different varieties of money plant, but for indoors with low light condition, I would recommend you to buy golden pothos. These are dark green leaves with white or yellow stripes. One of the greatest things about money plant is its low maintenance nature. It doesn't require much of your time and energy. Indoors, the money plant can grow up to 30 feet tall, but people mostly choose to keep it short. You have to train the plant on hooks, window frames or any other support, as it won't grow on support structures on their own. Or you can even let them trail down from the hanging pot the way I have done it over here, which looks appealing on its own. You can propagate money plants easily by the cuttings, and that too with a very high success rate. Even keep them in water and the roots will also look so beautiful. Just make sure to change the water once in every 3 days. The next plant in my list is Syngonium, and it's an excellent easy care indoor plant. This plant's another name is arrowhead plant, since the leaf of any syngonium plant is always shaped like an arrowhead. Water these plants only when the topsoil feels dry. You can touch the soil by your finger and check. An arrowhead plant droops when it needs water, but perks up as soon as it's watered. It can be easily propagated using stem cuttings or by plant division. You can cut just below the node and make it grow even in water. Here you can see how I am growing these in water and it looks beautiful. The last plant in my list is aloe vera, and you would have seen this mostly outdoors, but yes, we can grow them indoors as well. The first step in aloe vera plant care is to realize that this plant is a succulent. Like cacti, succulents do best in dry conditions. Growing aloe vera house plants is not only easy but can also provide your family with a plant that can help treat minor burns and rashes. This is one of the most widely used medicinal plants on the planet. One thumb rule in growing indoor plants is to provide them some bright light at least once or twice a month. So you can just take the pots and keep it outside for a day and then bring them back in the next day. Maybe you can club this process when you water them. If you follow these tips, your plants will thrive happily. An important aspect about these plants are they are very easy to maintain and they can grow in low light conditions as well. So as I've mentioned earlier, start with these plants if you're an absolute beginner, and once you gain confidence, you can start exploring other options. If you have already started growing indoor plants, please let me know in the comment section below which is your favorite plant. As I've mentioned, my favorite is ZZ plant. Hope this video was useful to all you plant lovers out there, and if you like the content, please do give this video a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you soon with another video. Until then, stay safe and stay happy. Bye.